no numbers, there's no pictures, there's no videos, there's no gameplay. I don't like it.
Yo, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Today, Freemers. Hope you all are doing well. Hope everyone's doing good. So today, Freemers, we're going to be talking about Palia. But I wanted to do a different type of video, basically talking about how Palia has had a perfect beta launch. Now, I am going to quote something from the r/FreeRealms Reddit, because you know what, man, I do feel like people don't understand what a beta is. Like I think people have a little they're being a little silly about the beta itself. But I do want to talk about this because it's important. But we are going to quote a couple things from r/FreeRealms because they are very important. I believe they come from the same person. So give me 1 second while I, change into my proper attire, and you know what? Discuss some frickin' frick, dude. Let's see here. All right, here we go. So let's go ahead and discuss. Good old. Let me read this quote for you guys again. But it's currently a bit broken, lackluster in content, and in beta. Then again, the game is very broken and was released into beta way too early. End quote. So, those quotes I read from the Freerealms Summary, the r/FreeRealms Reddit. The reason I wanted to read those, just those specific parts of the quote, is because they come from, they come from a bit of confusion. From a confused person who doesn't understand how game development works. Now, for me, being a gamer, right? Obviously, I don't know too much about game development, but I understand, how hard it is. Like, it's not easy. Like, the people who are, saying, the game's a bit broken, it's lackluster in content, and in beta, it's like, okay, can you tell me how code works? Can you tell me how to build a game? Can you tell me how to develop a game, please? Now, the thing is, man, I think Palia has had a perfect beta launch, and I want to say why. Because obviously, someone in the comment section of this video is gonna be like, "Oh, but Kyle Freems, you stupid buffoon! Listen, the game has been down for 12 million hours, and oh my god, they're doing patches every freaking hour! Oh my god!" Shut up! No one asked you, okay? Listen. It's how a game works. All right. Listen, Destiny is currently, that game's not in beta. That game's out. They do hot fixes every week. They do patches every week. It's how a game works, okay? It's how it functions, right? It's very, very good. Now, the reason I say it's been a perfect beta launch is because, the game itself, there's going to be bugs, right? There's going to be bugs. Obviously, that's how a beta works. There is going to be bugs. Personally, for me, I've had a perfect experience playing Palia. I have not had issues with the game whatsoever. Like, if there's been bugs with the game, or there's been times where I've had troubles playing the game, it was with testing, which I'm not allowed to talk about. But the game being broken is not a correct statement. The game is not a bit broken. You can play the game. It works. All right. It just works. Okay. It's not a Fallout 76 situation or a Bethesda situation. The game actually, it plays really well. And it's just I've had a perfect experience with it. I've had zero issues with the game. And then here's another thing, lackluster in content from that quote I read. Bro, the game just came out. Calm down. Like, the game just came out. It came out, like, what, a few weeks ago? It's gonna be lackluster in content. We just got an update that gave us pets, dude. Okay? I don't want to hear anything about lackluster in content from a game that just came out. Chill. All right? It just came out, sure. The game's going to build up over time. It's going to take a bit for, like, I swear, people expect so much from everything, right? People have such high expectations for when something comes out. It's crazy. Lower your expectations like I do, dude. Like, you cannot expect everything to be in a game at launch. Like, I know a lot of people can play in Destiny, like, a lot, and I'm using Destiny as an example because, you know, it's another MMO. It's not the same MMO, but it is an MMO, and I use it for comparison a lot. But people have always said, like, oh, why wasn't this at launch? Because, you know, like, these things, they happen over time. You can't just expect everything to happen, you know, with the snap of a, you know, finger. Like, you can't. That's not how that works. Now, the other thing I want to comment on is the fact that the game is very broken and was released in the beta way too early. Again, it is not very broken. I don't know where you get that from. I don't. Like, if you've had issues with the game, sure. I haven't. The game has been perfect for me. I haven't experienced any issues. It's just a weird thing to say it's very broken. You clearly have never played a game in a broken state before. Like, go play Cyberpunk 2077. Go play Cyberpunk for me, okay? Play it at the very beginning of its release. You tell me that game is... If you tell me that game is perfectly fine, I'll be shocked. Because that game was very broken. I didn't play Cyberpunk until the PS5 update dropped, and even then the game, I didn't enjoy it. But again, that's a different game. That's a single player title. That's a AAA game. Here's the thing, man. Palia is run by an indie studio of, like, I think over 40 employees. I believe. I could be wrong about that. But dude, it's run by an indie studio. It's over 40 employees, and the game has been running perfectly. It's not very broken. Get your facts right, okay? Now, the last thing we're going to touch on here is the game was released into beta way too early. Here's the thing. You're wrong about that, because the game has had so many testing periods. It's had so many testing periods, and I think, you know, to be honest, like, we're going to use Freedom Sunrise as an example here. Freedom Sunrise has had one alpha test. It is not out. What if Freedom Sunrise just went into beta, like, right now? Wonder what would happen. I think the game would just break. I'm pretty sure. But the game is... Palia has been in the works since 2018. Like, that's when the conceptualization of Palia happened, was 2018. Then 2020, COVID hit. 2021 is when testing started and when the game was fully announced. It's had, like, so many different testing periods, and it's been in its beta, you know, for like a few weeks now. It hasn't been released into beta way too early because the game got announced. Like, we had all these different tests. I participated in 2 of them. We had all these different tests, and, you know, then the game got announced for Switch for holiday 2023. There is no more perfect time to introduce a beta than now, because how else are they going to know how the game runs? How else are they going to know how the game will perform on Switch when it comes out? Like, there's so many factors that go into it, man. It had to go into beta. Like, there was no other alternative. Like, they need to be able to test the game and see how it plays. Like, they can't just... this is an MMO. It's a live service game. You cannot just release this game without any prior testing. Like, this game needs to be able to handle a lot of players, right? It's 25 per server, but at the same time, like, dude, this game, it needs testing. An MMO like this, like a social MMO, it needs testing. That's it. Like, I don't know. This person who I'm not gonna name because I don't really care, like, obviously, but, like, this person has a very twisted way of looking at a video game, and I don't like that. But, like, dude, for me, Palia is at a perfect beta launch. I don't mind all the hot fixes that they do. I don't mind that there's downtime. That's how a game works. That's how a game is meant to be developed. There's supposed to be, you know, there's going to be bugs along the way. There's going to be issues. Downtime needs to happen for a game to perform at its best. Hot fixes need to happen so the game can perform at its best. Patches need to happen so the game can perform at its best. It's simple, dude. There's nothing else to it. Like, dude, I would not, if I were developing this game, I wouldn't want it in a buggy state, obviously, but like these things need to happen in order to perfect this video game. Like, I don't know what goes behind game development. Obviously, I don't work in game development, right? But I understand how hard it is to develop a live game just from what I've heard around the industry, around the internet. It's not an easy job. And if you think like this dude talking about it thinks he knows so much, and he thinks he knows everything, but he doesn't. Like, dude, get a grip. Understand how this works. Like, this game is going to take time to be its best. All right? It's going to take maybe a few years before it is perfect. But dude, I've been enjoying Palia, and I think it's got a bright future ahead. And regardless of what people are going to say, I really don't care. This game is just, it's phenomenal. It's flawless. I'm very excited for the future of it. And, you know, shout out to the devs for doing their best. You guys are doing a phenomenal job over there, just consistently performing hot fixes. I don't even mind the downtime. It's not even that long. It's like 2 hours. So, but yeah, devs, keep up the good work. Keep working on Palia because you guys are doing some amazing things over there. But anyway, that's going to be the video for today. But thank you guys for watching. If you did, I appreciate it a ton. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.